Oh, I tell you, I like to fly airplanes.
As far back as she can remember, Betty Wall Strohfus was fascinated by flight, but she had no idea she was about to become part of its history. The year was 1942. World War II was raging. America was desperate for pilots. Uncle Sam put out the call to women for help. Out of the 25,000 who responded, just over 1,000 actually earned their wings as Women Air Force Service Pilots, or WASPs. Betty Wall was one of them.
How'd a nice girl like you end up doing what you did?
Oh, we had a lot of nice girls in the service then.
Did people look at you funny, look at you different?
Thought I was crazy. Well, fly airplanes, why women don't fly. I said, women do fly. We could fly anything they had. We flew 77 different types of aircraft. Not me alone, but our group. We flew 77 different types of aircraft.
How good were you, Betty?
Oh, I was good. Well, you see, I like to fly, and I don't mean to brag. I was very lucky that I was able to do this work because I love to fly airplanes.
Many times she found herself engaged in some pretty fierce training battles against the men.
How'd you do?
Well, I did pretty good. Scared the hell out of them.
They didn't like you, did they? You showed up a lot of fellas.
Well, you know, the only thing is I wanted to show them that I could handle the airplane. They were very skeptical. I understand. We were the first women to fly those aircraft, and they weren't sure that they liked having us flying them, and I understood that. But I showed them I could do it, and I tried to do it in a nice way so they would like me afterwards.
When the war ended, Betty put that part of her life behind until a simple incident 3 decades later reawakened her fighting spirit.
Lived in Mesa for a while. It was in the 70s, and I have a jacket with a B-17 on the back, a beautiful B-17. And there was a fellow behind me, and he says, "Oh, your husband flew B-17s during the war." And I says, "No, he didn't. I flew B-17s." "Oh," he says, "You did not." I said, "I'm not going to argue with you. I'll just tell you that that's what I flew during the war."
There were a lot of people who didn't know of the women pilots in World War II. You see, WASPs were never considered an official part of the military. In fact, the families of the 38 who gave their lives had to pay to have the bodies shipped home. Betty and many others believed that full recognition, even decades later, was worth fighting for, to honor the sacrifice, to document the contribution, and to legitimize the legacy of the WASPs in World War II. Once again, Betty had a mission. With the precision of a fighter pilot, she set her sights on Washington.
And you were one of the people that went to Congress and fought for recognition for the women.
Yeah.
How do you feel about that?
Well, I feel good about it because then we did get recognized as veterans. I don't care. It was 35 years later. They let me fly airplanes. That's what I liked about it.
She still loves to fly airplanes. Recently, an Air Force pilot arranged to take her up in an F-16 fighter. She says it was he who learned the lesson when he gave her the chance to take the controls.
He put his hands up and he said, "Okay, it's all yours." Oh, boy. Oh, I said, "I'll do a gentle turn to start with." I turned it like this, a 6G turn. The old G-suit blew like a balloon. He says, "Hey, take it easy. I don't have the brown bag." I said, "Honey, that's all right. You can have mine because I don't need it."
Today, Betty Wall is still in demand, traveling the country, posing for photos, and keeping the legacy alive. But she's 91 years old now, and very aware that for her, time is the enemy.
So many people that served with you are passing away now, and their stories are going away with them.
Well, I'm so glad we have the memorial in Washington, D.C., and our girls are supposed to write in and tell their story. And if you go in, push Elizabeth Strohfus, why, there you get my story.
And what do you hope we remember from you? What can we learn from what you went through?
That anybody can do anything they want if they work hard enough. I think that's the way it is. That's what I tell the children. I said, follow your dream. You want to do something, do it. Because it's so important for us to do what we'd like to do.
And as for Betty, she plans to take to the skies and spread the word every chance she gets.
Life is short enough, so I'm going to talk as long as I'm living.